back to the Fantasy Golf Gods podcast. We are your hosts. This is Rusty Miller. I'm Matt Jacobs. We're back for the Farmers Insurance Open.
Yeah.
So, you excited?
I am.
Good.
One name.
Tiger.
Tiger!
He's back.
So, it'll be appointment viewing on Thursday morning, afternoon on PGA Live app.
Yeah.
So, I'll be, I got a meeting, but I'm going to be watching on the way there and back. So.
I've scheduled my day off. The second
Have you?
he posted that he was doing this tournament, I cleared my schedule for the entire weekend.
That's awesome.
Nah, not really, but
Oh, you should have.
I know it would have been better.
Well,
So,
you only have to clear for Thursday, Friday,
right? 'cause
But
he's
we
not
can
making
get into
it.
that in a little bit.
We'll talk about that later. So before we get too deep into the video, we want to thank Adidas for our new backdrop. It's something they hooked us up with because we are an awesome fantasy golf podcast. And before we get too far with anything else, because you always forget to do it,
It's true.
like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. The more views we get, the farther this goes, the more we do it. So.
Also, we're on Twitter at Fantasy Golf Gods, so pretty easy to find us there. Go and give us a follow, and we'll be tweeting out our Core 4 and some other great information throughout the week, and we like to interact with you guys too, so get on there and then tweet at us, and one of us will tweet back at you.
Definitely. So, all right, well, let's talk about it.
All right.
Let's talk about the tournament.
Well, you want to go back? We always go back.
We can go back. I didn't feel like last week was very exciting except for the last 4 holes.
Well, I mean, yeah, I watched most of it all weekend.
Was the coverage any better?
Yeah, they're back.
They
so
listened to
that's good. They listened and got it fixed, so that's good. It was a little bit different because it was strung out between 3 courses, and
Yeah.
it was a little bit different that way. But I don't know. I thought the golf was good. There was some. It was intriguing to watch Rahm on Thursday go really low early.
Yeah.
And then again, he kind of just floated around the top of the leaderboard, and then Sunday, kind of finished well, and then obviously got into the playoff and played really well. Landry, I was all over at the Sony Open, and he missed the cut.
Yeah.
So I was a week early on him. I didn't have any of them last week because of that. Overall on DraftKings, I did okay.
Yeah.
I had too many missed cuts. I spread the wealth too thin at the bottom. My core at the top was good, 4 or 5 through the cut every time, but then that 1 or 2 at the bottom would get me, and I didn't.
They just kill you.
Yeah, it wasn't great weekend. How did you do?
Pretty good. My core 4 went 4 for 4.
Yeah, I went 2 for 4.
That's not bad. 50%. That's good in some
Well,
things.
it's not good.
Not in fantasy anything.
No, but Bubba and Snedeker, I was on both of them to get back and be right, and they just weren't.
No, they weren't.
Bubba played well, other than his putting was atrocious. And he was paired with Rahm the first 3 days, so they showed him a lot. And he'd hit, an approach to 7 feet and then just whiff it by the cup.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah.
So
He's never been a great putter.
no, but he's never been this bad.
Yeah,
So-
luckily I didn't get to watch that.
Yeah, so and then Rahm won, so that was nice. He was striping the ball.
Yeah, because we
It's
both
great.
had Rahm.
It was great to watch him play because he's just unbelievably accurate off
He's
the tee.
pretty good.
It's awesome.
He's pretty good. So,
All right.
Yeah, both had decent weeks, nothing major. So we'll go into this week with hopes of winning everything.
Grandeur. So, how are you going to do this week? Are you all in? GPP? Cash?
I'm gonna do some GPPs. I'll do a couple cash games, but primarily GPP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And
You?
then, probably all GPPs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna win one, you might as well win a GPP, right?
Right. Yep. And I just don't. I mean, if you put Tiger at the top, he could miss the cut or win the tournament, right? I don't think Rahm's going to miss the cut, but he could win it.
Yeah.
So,
but Ricky's missed the cut.
yeah. You want to just get into it then?
No, let's talk about the course.
Oh, okay. We're at Torrey Pines in San Diego area.
2 courses.
Yep, a north and a south. So they
North
play
once, south three
times. So Thursday, Friday, you play each of the courses, and then if you make the weekend, you play the south 2 more times. The difference is the south is really long.
Yeah, 77 almost.
Almost 7,700 yards, which is probably one of the longer ones on the tour.
It's not short.
And then the North course is 7,200, so about average. So it leads to in my thinking and my models, I'm going to lean toward bombers this week.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, when you got to get it there,
yeah, when
you'd rather have that extra
yards.
distance on your approaches. So there's 5 par 5s or par 4s between 450 and 500 yards. That's long. So that's one of my key stats is how you score on that.
Yeah.
So DraftKings points. For the first time in it seems like 6 months, the scores aren't going to be in the minus 20s.
No, yeah, that's like, I can't think of.
Barely into the double digits.
Yeah.
So probably 8 to 12-ish is where you're going to be.
I was going to say 10 is probably going to be a winner.
Yeah, so that's a change for us in the last 6 months, it seems like, since the Tour Championship. Everything's been go as low as...
Yeah, 23, 22.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Anything else you got on the course? The weather's going to be
weather's
great.
fine, 65 to 70, no real wind.
The rough is usually a little thicker there, and if you get an early tee time, it can be dewy and thick and really pretty hard to get out of.
That's something I'll be watching this week with Tiger, is if he gets in that rough, how does he hit the ball out of the rough?
Well,
because it's thicker here.
When you're talking about that, because when he went to the Bahamas, he said he picked one of those places specifically because there wasn't rough.
Correct,
and he hasn't hit shots out of that yet.
Yep.
Well, to compete, he's going to have to this week.
Yeah, he's going to hit a ball in the rough, so
yeah. So
we'll see what happens.
It'll be interesting. We can talk ownership toward the end, but
sure.
It'll be intriguing to figure out how the DFS community is going to treat Tiger this week. So
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be great.
He's higher than I expected him to be.
Me as well. By at least $1,000.
Yeah, about $1,000. I thought he'd be high 8,000s.
I figured 84 to 86.
Yeah. So, all right, let's just jump in now then.
Okay, let's do it.
So 10,000 and higher, you got Rahm at 11.8. You got Ricky at 11.4.
Mm-hmm.
You have Hideki at 10.8, and you have Justin Rose at 10.6.
Well, Rahm's hot.
Played here once, won here once.
So he's 100%.
Yeah.
So
won just last week, and finished second at the Tournament of Champions. So his last 2 events, he's second and first.
How do you not take him?
Oh, he's number 2 in the world as of today.
Congratulations, Mr. Rahm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, 11.8's a lot. I like him. And I think he could make value, obviously, because he's doing so well. So it's not really a risky pick. I would be a little bit more interested on the ownership shares going into, Wednesday evening to see if he's being picked a lot or
the early projections on Fantasy National says that it's he's at 22.7%. Which last week, he was the class of the field, and he was at 23%.
So he's going up.
So he's going to be about there, which is a lot higher than I expected him to be. When I looked at the field, I thought people would fade him since he was that high. I mean, he just won, so, the back-to-back factor is real. And then people love Ricky. I thought that they would be on Tiger more than they are on the ownership projections early, so...
Yeah, we'll see. But I like Rahm. I don't know how much I'll have of him, just because of the 11.8 and the ownership is probably going to be up there.
Yeah.
If I look Wednesday and it's in the teens, I might consider some more of them, but I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be anywhere between 22 and 24.
Yeah, he's going to be quarter of the lineups. So.
Yeah.
It's really super chalky, but. If he wins, it's worth it.
Yeah, if he wins, even a top 5 is going to be worth it for us.
Yeah, and it's not like he's so much higher.
No, if he was 12-2, 12-1 even, I'd be a little bit more concerned. But
all right, so you want to go down to the other 3, and then I'll kind of recap my guys.
Sure. So Ricky, 11.4. I like Ricky here. I know he's missed a cut the last 2 times and finished like 200th the time before that. then missed the cut again, and then was
so
a
the
6.
exact stats is miscut, T61, miscut in
6.
2014, and then he T6 in 2013. So 5 years ago, he finished T6. Since then, his best finish is T61.
Not the same Ricky.
I mean,
I don't.
How much
so.
difference? How much different is he this year than last year? I mean, he missed the cut.
As much as I'm going to take him, I hope a lot.
Well,
but I like Ricky here. I think he's been playing well. I think he's in a good frame of mind.
He putts really well, and if that's super important, which I think it is, I mean,
I think this is. I'm not going to say he's going to win the tournament, but I'm predicting the top 10 for Ricky.
Okay. So you would take Ricky over Rahm?
Yes.
Now, which one do you think finishes higher?
Ricky.
Do you?
Yeah. I think Rahm is on a hot streak, and he's coming into this course with a better field than he played with last week, I would think. There's going to be a little bit more pressure on him. He just moved to number 2. He went second. He went first. He won here last year. You know he's going to try to back that up. And I just feel like he's going to slide a little bit in his ball striking, his driving. His driving's been excellent. Everything's been great, but I think it's going to slide a little bit, and I think that's going to show on his scorecard, because this is, we were talking earlier, this is the most bogey-ridden course, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the highest number of bogeys on the.
He's accurate.
He is, but
he's
there's
long
those little
and accurate.
things that are, I think, that are playing against him. Like you said, the back-to-back factor. How many golfers go back-to-back?
Not many.
Not many. So if I were to bet, I'm betting that he's not going to win.
But I would bet that he has Ricky has a higher chance of missing the cut than Rahm does. I'd put Rahm's chance of missing the cut at like 5%.
Oh, yeah. I think Rahm has a better chance of making the cut, but Ricky has a better chance of winning the tournament.
Ricky never wins.
Ricky never wins, I know. But
I love Ricky, but
Rahm, if Rahm didn't win last week, if Rahm lost in that playoff,
yeah,
I'd be all over Rahm to win.
I mean, okay.
Masayama, nothing.
Masayama can't putt, and I don't trust him until he can fix some of that or get at least on a heater.
I mean, I'm not going to take any of him or very little of him, and if I take none of him, he's going to do well and probably win the tournament.
He won't win the tournament, so you'll be fine.
And then Justin Rose. I like Justin here for some reason. This is one of those gut instinct things I like. I feel like this is going to be a good tournament for him, and I will have some of him.
T4 last year, he missed the cut the 2 years prior to that. When you're looking at the tournament history, there's not a whole lot of guys at the top that isn't riddled with missed cuts at some point throughout the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So, Rahm obviously doesn't because he's only played here once and won it. Ricky has 3 missed cuts. Hideki has 2 missed cuts. Justin Rose has 2 missed cuts. Tiger has a missed cut, a did not play, and a withdrawal in the last 3 years. And then Cantlay hasn't played here except for 5 years ago when he missed the cut. And then Jason Day's missed the cut the last 2 years. So all of your top guys have missed cuts in their bag here, or their history here. So that's an interesting, except for Brian Harman, ironically. So,
How many times has he played here?
He's played here 4 of the last 5 years. T9, 71, T32, didn't play in 14, and then T44 and 13.
Really?
Yeah. But he's playing his best golf of his career right now.
What did he finish? T57?
Or last week?
Last week, if I'm not mistaken.
20th.
20th, sorry, yes, sorry. 157,000.
Okay. So since the CJ Cup, 5, 8, 4, 3, 4, and 20.
That's decent.
For a guy that we keep saying we don't believe in. I officially believe.
All right, so no. That's jinx. I do not believe Harman can keep this streak going, and he is going to fall off the face of the earth, and he's probably going to miss the cut after the first day.
You think so?
No, because I'm taking him.
Exactly. All right.
But we've been saying that, and he keeps doing well, so exactly. I'm hoping for the opposite.
All right. So before we get to Justin Rose is coming from Abu Dhabi with that big Euro tournament over there.
Yeah.
Do you put any stock into traveling, the 20 hours or whatever it is?
I mean, I'm sure it's a little bit tiresome for these guys to do, but they've done it for years.
They're pros at this point, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like they're flying coach like we would be.
Yeah, no, they're riding the G6 or the G12 or whatever the new G-Jet is. But no, I think these guys are used to this kind of stuff and can deal with it pretty well and know how to handle it. And they've played this course many, many times before, so it's not like it's a new course where he needs a lot of practice.
Yeah. So, all right. So the top guys, I like Rahm. I don't like Ricky here. I'm just gonna stay away. He's usually popular. Hideki I don't like because he can't putt, and Rose, I might have a couple shares. I'm not, but if I'm paying up to the double or the 10,000 or higher, it's going to be Rahm most of the time.
I mean, and I don't see that as a bad play either.
All right, so then the 9,000s, Tiger Woods is at $9,700. Brian Harman, the hottest guy going next to Jon Rahm, is at $9,600. Cantlay's at $95. Jason Day's at $94. Who we haven't seen him play yet, have we? Did he play at Abu Dhabi last week?
He's apparently played 2 events: the WGC.
Yeah, so that was
the CJ Cup.
Yeah, so that was.
And he finished T11 in both.
A couple months ago. So yeah, he hasn't played in a couple months.
Summer's down a little bit.
He's at 94. Leishman's at 92, and Snedeker is at 9,000. So Snedeker was at 7,800 last week.
Yeah.
And missed the cut, and he gets in a better field a $2,000 price increase.
Well,
$1,200.
$1,200, but I mean that's like having Tiger Woods above Brian Harman to me at this point. Yes, it's Tiger Woods, and I love Tiger Woods and one of the biggest fans in the world, but Brian Harman has been playing golf and has been doing really good.
But if you go to Tiger, I mean, if you watched any coverage, they were talking him up all week. He's got 8 wins on this course, 7 in this tournament, and 1 in the U.S. Open at this course. So he's got tournament history here.
We'll talk about Tiger in a minute. Let's talk about the other 9,000 guys.
All right.
Because I feel like we're going to spend some time on Tiger.
Well, I mean, yeah. So Harman, I think, is a great... I thought it was going to be a great pivot, but apparently nobody's owning Tiger, so he may be super chalky, but I don't care. I'm going to take him.
Harman?
Yeah, I'm either going to start with Rahm or Harman in 90% of my lineups, probably.
You're on the Austin Cook train?
Yeah.
I'm taking the Harman train. And we're going right through Birdie Town.
Going right through derailing.
I hope not.
Didn't you take him in your one and done last week?
I did, yeah.
That means I still have him.
Yeah, so we should take him this week.
Yeah. You can take Bubba since I took him last week and he
No, I won't take Bubba in any tournament. Maybe if there's a long drive contest, I can take Bubba.
Yeah, he's not even that long anymore. So, all right. Cantlay I like. He pops in my model at 7th, which is nice.
Yeah, 5th in mine, so he's not a bad take.
Jason Day, I think, is very popular this week. I don't know. I mean, let's play a would you rather game with Leishman or Day. I mean, they're priced $200 apart. Leishman's 3rd in my model. Day's 16th in my model. Leishman's been playing.
I take Leishman every day.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yep.
I wonder where early ownership says. Leishman at 11 and Day at 18. So, I mean, I don't...
Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer for Leishman. You said Leishman 11?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think if you start your lineup with Tiger, a Tiger Jason Day stack is going to be very popular.
Probably. I could see that.
So, that's an interesting combo there. I think they could both make miss the cut, or they could both both win the thing. So that's interesting. Snedeker, I'm not going to have any of.
You were all over him last week.
I was, but he's not there. He's not as good as he was, and You give him a $12,000 increase and price him in the top 10 of this tournament. No, thank you.
No, I can't do anything with him this week either.
I know that he's won just 2 years ago here, but I still don't.
Yeah, but basing that is then everybody would take Tiger 100% of the time because he's won here 7 times, 8 times. So if you're taking it based off that he won here 2 years ago, then you base it on if that's the sole reason you take him, then you better have Tiger in every lineup.
But his current form is crap. So
all I have to say is you took him last week.
I did, and it burnt me, and it cost me money. So I'm officially off of it.
That was a very short train ride.
Uh-huh. All right.
Who are we moving to now?
Oh, you gonna go back up to Tiger?
All right. Tiger Woods, 9,700, way overpriced.
Way overpriced. Which is funny because when he came back to the Hero, I was convinced he was going to be way overpriced there. Halfway through the field, they put him at the minimum, and almost the minimum.
Yeah.
And he played well. Now he's been talked up for. This course is harder. The field is not super much easier.
Yeah, 6,500 at the Hero.
And yeah, now he's at $9,700.
So, I mean, as you guys will watch the podcast, I'm one of the biggest Tiger fans there are, and I hope that he wins every tournament he ever enters again, wins 22,000 majors, whatever. He's not a $9,700 golfer in this game right now. He's an 84, 86 maybe.
It's a win equity, I guess.
Yeah, but there's a difference between win equity and you've been playing and you haven't won, and win equity and your body fell apart and now you're trying to test it. Yeah. There's a difference in those two things. And
well, when we last saw him 2 months ago, he hadn't even hit a shot out of the rough yet.
Yes, and now we're going to some very thick rough.
Right.
But, you know, we have to think that, okay, this is what, his 3rd time coming back?
At least.
We have to think by this time he's got it right. And he's going to be...
I do think he's healthier than he has been the last 2. Yes, I think he's healthier.
So, at that point, okay, well, maybe Tiger Woods
game in shape,
getting back to the possibility of playing golf similar to what he's capable of. Not his potential, but some of his capabilities are coming back, and his ball striking is going to be there, I think. But like out of the rough, we talked about, it's going to be tough.
I want to see his short game.
His driving was phenomenal at the Hero. But like
those fairways were this wide.
Pretty wide. And the short game, I think, will be much better here. Different type of grass. Different. It's totally
trickier.
Different. It's trickier, but man, chipping off what they were chipping down there is just going to be totally different. And I think he's going to be fine. I think what will happen with Tiger is if he is spraying it off the tee, like he's capable of, he's done. He's going to miscut. But if he can take the drives he had down at the Hero and bring them here, top 10. Because he's not going to be in the rough.
Right?
Because he drove the ball phenomenally down there.
He did.
He had a few mishaps, but that happens. And that's going to happen here. And as long as he can have those few mishaps and manage them with a par or maybe a bogey and take advantage of how well he was hitting the ball on these par 5s and those longer courses, on that longer course.
Is he cash game viable for you in any way this week?
Cash? No, probably not. Not 97.
So now say you're making your 20 lineups. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
How many are you putting him in?
In 20?
If his projected ownership right this second, which is, I mean, it's Monday afternoon. The salaries have been up for an hour and a half at this point. But it's at 4.5%.
If it stays...
Not 45%, 4.5%.
If it stays at 4.5%...
Yeah.
50% of my lineups.
Okay. But still zero cash because you don't trust him.
I might dabble. If I did 20 cash lineups...
But you're not going to do
I'm not going to do 20 cash lineups. I might have them in 2. So if I do 2 cash lineups, I might have them in 1. But
I just think cash, you minimize your risk. And,
but that's a big risk.
And his risk is high, so why would you ever put him in a cash?
I think it would be hard. And that's where I don't think I could put him in cash. unless I did multiple cash lineups, and that's kind of defeating the purpose, in my opinion.
Right.
So,
I mean, in cash, both of our theories are basically the same. You bring your core down to 5 at least, and if you make 2 to 3 lineups, you may vary one person in those 2-3 lineups, and the rest is the same, and either you picked right or you picked wrong. So that's our cash kind of theories.
Yeah.
But so Tiger, in I built 20 some lineups already, and I put him at, since he was at 5%, I put him in at 15%. So I think he's in,
so you got him in 3 or 4 lineups.
3 or 4 lineups.
Yeah.
He may have made it in the 4 lineups.
Yeah.
So,
I'll have him in more of my GPPs.
And that was GPP, obviously. Yeah. But I think if it's Wednesday night and his practice rounds went well and you hear that and his ownership's still at 4.5, I think it would I still think it would be smart to move some shares off of a, popular Brian Harman onto Tiger. Right?
Yeah, I would. But that's up to you guys.
I don't think Jason Day is a very... I mean, his percentage is at almost 20%.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Jason Day or Justin Rose? Because their ownership percentage are the same.
Justin Rose all day long.
Exactly. So if I'm going to take a 20% owned
you're not gonna
Jason Day, I'm going to take a 20% Justin Rose over him.
For sure, every day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even.
Are you taking any Snedeker this week?
To finish last.
All right.
Sorry, Snids.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't watch our podcast.
No, he tweeted us yesterday.
Oh, did he?
No.
All right. 8,900. Philly flop shot at 89. Shane Lowry at 88. Finau at 87. Woodland at 86. Ollie Schneiderjans at 85. Patrick Reed after his awful week at 84. Chucky Three Sticks, who continues to put up top 30 at 83. Cameron Smith at 82. Xander at 81. And Grayson Murray at $8,000. So I feel like...
Big field.
Yeah,
right
so I feel like 3 of these guys are the same guy. Finau, Woodland, and Murray are all the exact same guy. Just different levels of variance.
Well, I feel like...
And you used to be able to get Finau here, Woodland here, and Grayson down here. Now they're all right there.
Yeah, I feel like Finau has your highest upside.
Yeah, he it pops 5th in my model. So
yeah, he's pretty high in mine, too. He is 4th in mine.
So I like him a lot. I like Woodland a lot, and I like Murray some. So I'll have all 3 of those guys on a Bombers course because they're long guys.
Yeah, I mean, and those 3 make a good... I mean, I don't think you could put all 3 of them in one lineup. I think that'd be too risky. You might be able to stack a couple of them.
Might as well go and put Luke List and, a couple of...
other Bombers
in and burn a GPP.
I mean, you could try it.
I mean, I don't think it's that much of a Bombers course.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that.
So, Philly flop shot. You got any love for him after missing the cut last week?
Yeah, a couple shares.
Couple? Yeah. He pops 4th in my model, but right now Fantasy National has his percentage at 6.5. He's the 3rd lowest from that area.
He pops where in your model?
6th. 4th.
In my model...
Can't find him.
Is he... I think he withdrew. 29th.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. So what are your key stats you're basing this on?
Approach.
Okay.
Strokes gained approach. Strokes gained putting. Par 4 scoring from 450 to 500.
Okay.
A little bit of DraftKings and a little bit of strokes gained tee to green. So
okay.
a little... I mean, it's kind of spread out,
yeah,
but
I've got mine
the most is strokes gained tee to green and par 4 scoring from 450 to 500.
I've got mine at bogeys avoided, strokes gained putting, good drives, strokes gained par fours, and birdie or better gained. So that pretty different stats there.
Because he makes a lot of bogeys, so that where is he in the field on bogeys?
All of them. He is 48th, but where Phil tanks in my model is he's 114th in good drives.
He's actually so I haven't looked, and I will before this event starts. But last week he has a new driver in the bag, and he was driving it better when they showed him. So I don't know what he actually.
We'll see
how he actually hit the ball last week. His worst stat of mine is his putting, which is ironic.
Yeah, fair enough.
Shane Lowry is 9th in my model. He's never a very popular guy. I think that's an intriguing pivot there.
Yeah, I don't mind him.
I like this range a lot, though.
He's actually 3rd in my model, so he's doing something right.
So this is a good area if you wanted to do a cash lineup.
Yeah,
you could dig in and kind of shrink them all in here, and not have any high guys or any low guys. But there are a couple low guys that I like, and we'll get into. So I don't like Phil here, even though his tournament history here is not bad. I don't think I have that open any longer.
So
I wrote it down. He was T14 last year. He missed the cut, and then withdrew the last 3 years prior. So, not anything fantastic. So I won't have any Phil. I'll have a sprinkle of Lowry. I'll have a lot of Finau and Woodland. A little bit of Ollie. No Patrick. No Chucky 3 Sticks. Quite a bit of Cameron Smith. Some Xander. And a little bit of Grayson.
I'm not going to have anybody in this lineup.
Okay.
I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
I didn't.
Nope.
It was one of my favorite sections of the...
Great group. And let me rephrase that. I'm going to sprinkle a couple. Finau's
projected at 24%. So 25% ownership right now.
So very, very lightly sprinkle Finau. And probably some Lowry. Because I like to say Lowry seasoning salt. And Lowry.
You're an idiot.
And it's sprinkle, you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
So, but the majority of my lineups are going to be semi-stars and scrubs. So this leaves me out of this lineup, but I will actually start a couple lineups in this realm, should you say, and then move down.
Okay.
What do we got next?
Let's go 75 and up, since there's a bazillion people in here.
Okay, we can do that.
Bud Cauley at 79. Brennan Steele at 78.
Nope.
Alex Noren at 78.
Negative.
I actually like the Noren a little bit. Johnny Vegas at 77.
Jonathan Vegas.
Yep.
Do you take him?
He can go in my Finau, Woodland, Murray list group.
That is a phenomenal lineup right there. If we can stack all those, I will.
Yeah, I'll take a sprinkle of him.
Yeah.
He's been playing well over the last 6 months or so.
Okay, Steele or Vegas, though?
Steele or Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
In a GPP?
GPP.
Vegas.
Okay.
Steele is actually a better cash.
Yeah, he's a much better cash play.
But Vegas is going to be top 10 or miss the cut.
Yep. What we got left? Hahn?
Peter Uihlein, after we were finally off of him last week.
Does great.
Top 10'd it.
So we will be off of him again.
Yep, so he can do it again.
Yep. Jimmy Walker.
You missed Aaron Weiss.
No, he's down 2 on mine.
Oh, Aaron Weiss, Jimmy Walker, Russell Knox, your boy Lahari.
Yeah.
My boy Siwoo Kim.
Yeah, I'm not taking any of these people.
Streelman, Laird. JJ Spawn is apparently the golden boy. He's at 20% or 25% every week, and I don't get it. I mean, I see that he's played well in the fall, but not to be at 20-something%. I mean, Pat Mayo loves him, so that's probably why.
Well, sure.
But you guys can have all the spawn you want, and I will continue not to miss out on that. How about Chris Kirk or Julian Surrey? So
I don't want any of them.
And huh?
I don't want any of them.
No, John, huh?
Oh, you got me.
I got you good. So none of. That's awful, but that's funny. None of these guys, huh?
No, I just not.
You're gonna have to have some of them.
I've got 6 lineups built that say no.
All right. Well, I will have a sprinkle of Siwoo. He might round out my crazy lineup.
No, yeah. I've got somebody down below.
And then Lahiri, I like I mean, I might as well try it a little bit. Lahiri.
Lahari. There you
go. Nobody else really pops. Streelman's top 20 in my model. I'm not touching Jimmy Walker again.
No.
Uline, I do it more than once.
So I'll tell you right now, this 75 to whatever we were at, 78, 79, I think there are better players cheaper by a few $100 below these guys. And that's why I'm skipping that area.
All right, so from 74 to 7,000, there's literally 20 guys. Yep. So do you want to name them all, or you just want to tell me who you like?
I like Lingmerth.
I don't like Lingmerth. You were on him last week, and
where did he finish last week?
I don't know.
Let's see.
He made the cut, but what did he do on the weekend?
I don't know. My computer is telling me that it's
57th. So
see, that's pretty good.
Is it?
No.
All right,
but he is number 2 in my model. He apparently can drive the ball phenomenally.
Okay.
His strokes gained putting is ranked number 6. His worst ranking on my model is 21st in bogeys avoided. So I'm going to ride it. For that price, I can ride it.
All right.
So these are the guys I like in this category. Lingmerth, Hoffman, DeChambeau.
You're just glutton
for punishment.
Yeah, you just want that punishment there, don't you?
And where are we going down to 7,000?
Yeah.
There's one more down here.
There's 2 more that you like down here. Hoagie and Landry.
Who?
Shut up.
Hogue.
It's Hoagie. Yes.
Yes, I like Hoagie and Landry.
Yes.
That's it in this.
All right. Well, I'm a little bit more
sprinkled. Spreading the wealth a little bit more.
Grillo's been playing better.
Yeah.
Hasn't missed a cut yet this year. Then I do like Landry. I won't have any Hoagie. Harkins has had 2 good weeks in a row. He was on the leaderboard, finished 8th yesterday, and 25th at the Sony. So I will continue to have some Harkins.
I'll write that name down just in case.
Yep. Charlie Hoffman, it blows my mind that he's down here.
Yeah, I think that's a bargain buy right there.
He will be in not every, but most of my lineups. He finishes 6th in my model, and he's 50th in the pricing. So it's really kind of bizarre.
10th in my model, so that's good.
Scott Stallings won here. 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
I know it was after Tiger.
Yeah. Tiger won 5 years ago. He won 4 years ago. So I might have a sprinkle of him. Kyle Stanley's a great cash play. He's usually a cut machine. So if you need somebody down here. Last week I gave you 2 guys in the 6,000s, and I told you to mark it down that they'd make the cut. They both made the cut. So...
I don't know who they were. Who were they?
Van Aswagen and Gooch.
That's right.
So they both made the cut. When I told you earlier that I got too cute with my bottom, I'm not going to get too cute this time. I'm going to find the guys that I think is going to make the cut, and I'm going to use them in my lineup.
Just stay with them.
And I'm going to stay with them. So Van Aswagen is at 69, so we can go down there. But yes, he will be used a lot. Gooch is at 7,000 this week, so he'll be used. And then that's about all from that range.
Okay.
But, I mean, there's a lot of options down there.
There are a lot of options, and I think when you get down into tournaments like this in this price range, you have to pick your 2, 3, 4 guys and sprinkle them about and be really solid with them, and make sure they're the guys you really want, like you did last week with Gooch and Asswagon.
I didn't use them enough, but I was convinced
that they were.
Yeah, you just got to find the guys that you think are going to make the cut at this level down here. All right, so then down a little bit further,
69 and
Maverick McNeely had a good week last week. He ended he missed the cut. Okay, he was playing well on Thursday and Friday. I guess he blew up at some point, so he missed the cut. The cut was pretty low too, at -8.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So I see one guy I'm interested in down here.
There's a couple guys. Stuart Sink again is criminally underpriced.
I do like Sink in this position.
Chasen Hadley.
That's the other guy I really like.
Insane. There was a fall tournament. You don't have to look it up, but maybe Sanderson Farms. He was the highest priced guy in the field.
Yeah.
And 2 months later, he's at $6,800. I don't get it. Yeah, he didn't play well last weekend.
Looks like it was the RSM Classic.
Okay.
10,200.
How did he finish?
T37.
Okay. So
10-1 at the Shriners and was T4.
So, I mean, he didn't play great last weekend, but I think he's by far...
Oh, no, you're talking Sanderson Farm, 11-5, finished solo second.
Yeah, so he's criminally underpriced, and so is Stuart Sink every week.
Can you put them together in a lineup?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, they can be your bottom two in a lineup. They'll make a cut and then give you a lot of room to go. Luke List is at 68. You know I have a problem with Luke List. I may have to see a
he's in the
doctor.
Finau Murray.
Yeah. Below that, I mean, at this point you're throwing darts, and I don't really want to throw darts.
No, I think if you're getting down to this point and you're looking for a must-have, you're kind of doing it wrong.
Your boy Steve Wheatcroft's down here.
No, we're staying away from Weedy.
All right. I don't see anybody else.
Yeah, there's nobody down there that I really
I say that I've gotta have.
Yeah, nothing so intriguing that I'm willing to move people around to get.
Yeah. So my lowest three guys are going to be Stuart Sink, Hadley, and List, and I trust all of them.
Sink and List. Sink and Hadley.
Yeah. So I trust Sink and Hadley. List is a GPP flyer that I do trust a little bit, but not anything for cash.
I can see that.
All right. So where you want to go? You want to go cores?
Yeah, let's do the cores.
All right. Is Tiger in your core?
So when we started the podcast,
yes,
he was. We got to the middle of the podcast, he still was.
Okay.
Now I'm at the end,
and you're scared to pick him,
and he's still in my core.
Really?
No. He is, and I've been looking at some lineups while we've been doing this, and his pricing is the thing that's hurting me.
Yeah.
Because I can put him in my core with John Rahm and a couple other guys I like that are lower. But I can also switch him out for some other guys that are playing good and probably have the better odds at winning than him. But his ownership is what is keeping me wanting him to be in a core. So I might do 2 cores where I have my 3 guys are the same and Tiger and the other guy are swappable.
Okay.
But
and you're still on board that Tiger is not cash game viable.
Still not cash game viable for me.
Okay.
So I will go with my Tiger core.
Okay.
We'll start at the top, John Rahm.
Okay.
We'll go down to Tiger.
Okay.
We go to Lingmerth.
Okay.
and then to Charlie Hoffman.
Okay.
With that, we have a remaining of $69.50, which we can put in
Van Aslagen, Sink,
and Hadley.
And Hadley. So we have options down there. All right. My core isn't changing because I'm not putting Tiger in my core.
No, I didn't figure you would.
Rom.
Okay.
Finau. Sink, and Hoffman. Gives you $77.50 left. And if
that's big.
And if you don't like Rom, start with Brian Harman.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you're not wrong there. I think that's a pretty good one. Let's see. I'm trying to.
So you said something about betting odds to win.
Yeah.
What do you think Tiger's is right now?
25 to 1.
22. The same as Jason Day's.
See that,
and Leishman is 25. Which one would you bet out of those three?
Leishman has 20. Leishman.
Rom's 8 to 1. Ricky's 12 to 1. Justin Rose is 14 to 1. Hideki's at 16, and then Day, Woods, and Leishman are right there. Then Harman's at 33, along with Brandt Snedeker.
Who?
Sneds is at 33 with Harman.
Do the people watch this?
Followed by Chucky Three Sticks.
I'm okay with that.
All
right, so let me ask you this.
Okay.
I have $10,000 remaining.
Yep. How many people you have to?
I need one. Who do you take?
Let me go back to mine.
I need a top 5.
Need a top 5, and you have 10 grand
and
left.
I got 10 G's. Who do you take?
Well, let me get back to the right pricing.
Are we there yet?
No, it's
still there yet?
No.
All right, so let me give you your options.
All right, give me my options.
Tiger Woods.
No.
Harman.
Yes.
Cantley.
No.
Day.
No.
Leishman.
No.
Snedeker.
No.
Okay. So, my other core 4, in case anybody's wondering, would be...
Since when do we get 2 core 4s?
Everybody, except for Tiger Woods, being replaced with Harman.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
That's the only thing. That's where...
That's so much safer.
It's much safer. And that to me right there is a cash play.
Yeah.
But
Rom and Harman, and then
Lingmerth and Hoffman.
I mean, I don't like Lingmerth. You do. But, I mean, you could definitely put Sink in there instead of Lingmerth and be just fine.
Or have Sink with Lingmerth.
Yeah. I mean, or just leave Lingmerth out.
I don't know. It's hard for me to for a guy that pops second in my model. It's hard for me to ignore at $7,400. I gotta take him at least and see what happens.
All right. Well, I bet he misses the cut.
I feel like a bet's coming on.
I mean, I just said it.
Okay.
So what do you want? You want to put a beer on it? You want to put $1 on it? You want to put a meal on it? What do you want to put on it?
I want some chicken wings. I've been craving some chicken wings lately.
All right.
Bet you some chicken wings.
We'll go to B-Dubs.
Buffalo's.
All right. I mean, they don't know what Buffalo's is.
Buffalo's is the local best wing place, so.
All right, whatever.
All right, so we got Buffalo's on Lingmerth not making the cut.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you going to put a bet on Tiger missing the cut?
No, because Tiger's not going to miss the cut. He's going to win.
Okay. So,
all right. Well, let's go to who is the one guy you will not take any of, regardless of what they do or have done here. Well, the one guy you can't.
Ricky.
Okay, that's who I knew you were going to say that.
And it pains me because I love Ricky, but I'll use him next week at Waste Management.
I can see him winning that one better than this one.
Yeah.
But I still think I like Ricky for the win over Rom, but I think only because Rom won last week, and it's going to be harder for him to back it up than it is Ricky to win.
I still think Rom finishes top 10 more than Ricky finishes top 10.
I could believe that.
So,
my 100% fade, Hideki.
I mean,
I got nothing for him this week.
You got no arguments. So, all right. You got a winner? Overall winner. Tiger's not winning.
No. It's going to be hard for him, but I mean, you want to say Rom because of the way he's playing, but the odds of him going back to back is very, very, because he's not only going back to back wins. Here, he's going back to back start wins.
Yeah,
that's like the odds of that are almost impossible.
I get it.
So you can't take Rahm. Harman, no. You know who I could see winning this?
Justin Rose.
Leishman. I'm going to take Leishman.
Okay.
You?
Well, if I can't take Rahm...
Can't take Rahm. Well, you can take Rahm if you want, but it just doesn't seem like it'd be very smart.
I mean, why? He's the favorite. That's the smartest move to
I want
make.
you, and we'll post a comment in our video. When is the last time someone went back-to-back at the same tournament and won 2 starts in a row? Because the only person that would have had a chance to do it was either Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus.
No.
Who? No.
JT did it last year.
Where?
At the CIMB Classic. He won it 2 years in a row. The CJ Cup maybe after that.
Yeah, I don't think... We'll have to do some research, because I don't think so.
Right. And he won the CIMB, and then he won the Tournament of Champions and the Sony. So those are back-to-back, and he didn't win the Sony the year before. So, I mean, I don't know.
I just think those odds are astronomically high.
Well, yeah.
And higher than someone else like Leishman, Rose, even Tiger winning. Even Ricky winning. That scared me.
Did you see me jump?
Yeah, me too. So apparently we have a ghost.
Yeah. I'm going to take Rahm to win. I don't care what you think.
Okay.
He's in my core. He's the best golfer, hottest golfer going. I'm taking Rahm.
Fair enough. I like it.
Comment below, see who you like in this argument. Does Rahm have a chance to repeat?
Yeah, I'd like to see what everybody else has to say about that. Odds. I mean, in everything you do, it's odds. And odds of this are so minute that I just don't think
Vegas says he has an 8-1 odds, which is the best in the field.
Yeah, but let's face it. If they put him at 100-1, which is probably more realistically what's going to happen, do you know how many people Vegas would lose their butt on that?
No.
Because if it actually happened...
Yeah. All right. Well, like and subscribe again below. That does go a long way. We'd like to thank Adidas Team for their official partnership and Fantasy National, as always, for giving us our great stats. Follow us on Twitter at Fantasy Golf Gods. Anything else?
Go Tiger.
Go Rahm. Till next time, good luck.